What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Bitcoin holding up some interesting levels. Today we're going to go into some blue chip altcoins. We're going to analyze the key levels for these blue chip altcoins and see where some potential entries could be for some positions, and yeah, wait for some breakouts. But let's get straight into the show, analyzing Bitcoin on the daily time frame. And over here you can see this is our thought pattern. So we obviously had that low in August to the high in December. Let me get rid of the RSIs to make it a bit more clear. And the 50% level from that move comes in at that 79,500. Okay, so we obviously got a nice test of that, and we are in the strong half of this range. Obviously, the halfway point being the 50%, we are in the strong half. Now, if we break that down into this move from the low to the from the high to the low here, that 50% level comes in at 94K. So that is why we saw massive resistance over here when we did get that move up on Sunday. That was the 50% level and the 50-day EMA. And ultimately, that was resistance. It was an obvious resistance. Did I take profits from my trade? No, I did not. But that was an obvious resistance, of course, guys. 50% level, 50-day EMA. And the rest is history. We obviously got the little dump on Monday, came down to test those levels again, and Tuesday a little bit of continuation. But if we just dive into this, of course, so basically the level to clear is simple. It's 94K. If we get above 94K, it is looking good, and we'll most likely see 110K and higher levels for Bitcoin, and the cycle will continue. But if we start to close candles below 79.5K, 78K, then we can come down lower. So it's one step at a time, of course. And if we draw out the Fibonacci level from the lows to the highs, let me get rid of this one over here. That 50% level comes in at that 96,700. So this is a very key level to hold. So this region over here, very key region to hold. Of course, you've got the 200-day EMA over there, and the 50% level from the move from the 78K region to 94K region. And the halfway point comes in at 96,700. Okay, so this is the key level for Bitcoin to hold. And anything above this level, I do expect support, 50% level and the 200-day EMA. And if we look back on Bitcoin's history, this cycle, anything under the 200-day EMA has been a great buy. So you can see over here, this was a great buy. This was a great buy. This was a great buy. This was obviously a great buying period, and we are seeing much higher prices now. If you look over here, this was a great buy, and this was a great buy over here. So in hindsight, it's always easier to look back and say that was a great buying opportunity. But when the fear and greed index is sitting at the low levels, I think it's below 20 at the moment, and we are below the 200-day EMA, or we have been there, it is often a good buying opportunity. So those are my levels for Bitcoin. I would like to see Bitcoin hold the 96,700 level over here, and I would like to not lose this level over here, and I would like to see Bitcoin above 94K. If Bitcoin gets above 94K, then I think it is back to the races for the crypto market, and I think a lot of players will be rushing in. And we know that things happen very fast in the crypto market. So what we can see is a push up here, a breakthrough. I don't know if you're gonna just grind around here for a bit, get that breakthrough, and then off we go, something like that. This is what I am expecting to happen for Bitcoin. Otherwise, guys, patience. There's always patience. If you just wait, if you bought over here, even in this period over here, if you bought, obviously price went sideways, but you were rewarded at the end of the day. So something very similar is most likely going to happen here. Just got to be patient. If you did buy this period over here, and we are sitting down here currently, then you just got to be patient, guys. Wait for the next leg up. Ethereum, if we just zoom out on Ethereum, it is obviously at support over here. Obviously a very frustrating trade, a trade that I am obviously in. And yeah, very frustrating, guys. We've been going sideways now for years, and we are at support, and this massive range over here is just a simple range to play. So we can just buy the bottom of the range and sell the top of the range until we break one or the other. If ETH comes down here and starts to sit around here, then we can look for some sells to the bottom of this range, if that even happens. But for now, we are looking for buys. We are looking for buys to the top of this range, something like that. We expect this to hold. If Bitcoin gets above 94K, then we are expecting this kind of trade setup to play out. Big risk to reward, 9-1, and very likely to happen. And if you zoom out on ETH, I don't know if previous structure, previous price history, but this market structure is bullish, okay? So we are, forming some kind of ascending triangle over here. And, if you take away the time frame, you do expect something like this to play out, guys, like a chop in this region over here, something like that, before you do get that break to the upside. And that break to the upside should be an enormous breakout. And the measured move for a breakout like this would, it would just be this range over here. And if we do get that breakout, then we can be targeting that 6K level for Ethereum. So definitely a great risk to reward now if you have the patience and you can ride the crypto roller coaster. An Ethereum entry below $2,200 is an obvious entry, in my opinion. Obviously, all the FUD aside, but these highs over here, a lot of people would have FOMO'd into these highs over here, looking for a breakout, and we are currently testing these highs as support. So I do see continuation here for Ethereum, but time will tell, guys. Only time will tell. Solana as well, also at support, and yeah, we've outlined this level as support for a while now, and it is holding, guys. It is holding. We do need to start to clear some levels pretty soon. I do want to see Solana above 152. That's the 50% level from the whole cycle. So if it is above there, it is in a stronger half, of course. But if we take the all-time high to this current low now, the real level to get above is this 210. So 210, once Solana gets above 210, it is likely to start to move to the upside. We do have the death cross here, so we can see a prolonged period of sideways movement. But guys, if we are patient, it does not matter. Okay, the plan wasn't to sell now. The plan was to sell into Q4. So we still have time, guys. We still have time. So if this grinds sideways until Q4, that is what it is. But I do not see this coming down here at all. So you got to look at the risk reward, guys. The risk reward is always what we look at when trading, because of course nothing is guaranteed, guys. Nothing's guaranteed. It's a game of probabilities and maths. So if this is your entry now and this is your kind of stop loss, you wouldn't want to see levels lower than there. And we do come into that 210. We got a 2-to-1 risk reward over there. We got a 3.5-to-1 risk reward over there, and then all-time highs. And then who knows where this goes, guys? Who knows where this goes? If there is QE, if there is quantitative easing, if we do get that massive blow-off parabolic crypto move, which has happened every cycle, then you would see much higher prices, guys. So the risk reward at the moment is crazy. Obviously, the market is very volatile at the moment. It's going to be an extremely volatile year. That's what I can guarantee. And spot is king, guys. Spot is king. If your spot portfolio is down, it's fine, because if it goes up again, you will be right back there. But as soon as you start putting a lot of leverage and stop losses in a volatile situation and market, you are most likely to get stopped out, guys. Because if this just chops around like this and then just tends to go, you're going to get chopped out of many positions, guys. And look at this volatility, guys. This volatility is wild. Okay, massive move up. 140% down, 50%. 140% up, 50% down. And this is the kind of volatility where you can't even 5x. At the most leverage I would use would be 2 to 3x, guys. 4x, 5x maybe. If you are looking for some more of a scalp, or if you are at the bottom of support, we could go higher. But if you are looking to ride these for a while, then you don't want to be going too high leverage, because if Solana comes down here and we take out these lows at about 105, then all your 4x leverage positions are getting liquidated, of course, guys. So definitely be easy on the leverage. I'm sure we've learned that lesson. And the choppy environment doesn't allow for big leverage. Big leverage is when we're trading this move to the upside, when it's confirmed to the upside. XRP. So XRP came beautifully into our zone, which we said that we'd be interested in. I haven't opened a trade yet. The market's very choppy, and this is looking like a bit of a fake out, of course. Let me just get rid of this. So this over here, nice fake out along with the rest of the crypto market. But I do like how, if you look at Bitcoin, the daily day down closed above this daily open. Okay, with Ethereum it closed below, signaling weakness. With Solana it closed below, signaling weakness, and XRP closed well above. So this is looking strong. We haven't even visited those zones yet. So this could be a interesting trade, of course. XRP, we are currently facing resistance of the 50-day EMA over there. And we'll have to watch out for this one, guys. We'll have to watch out for this one because I think momentum is building. We are trying to form some macro higher low in this region over here. Of course, this big range. We do like to look at the big ranges and narrow it down. Where's my brush? So you would expect a higher low to form in this region over here. Could we come lower and get some more sweeps? We could. But I think this is the ultimate buy zone. That's the 50% level, which we did tag. But if we do get lower prices, I think this is a great region to accumulate some XRP for the next potential move up. But yeah, time will tell, guys. Time will tell. For now, it's in a no trade zone. I wouldn't buy this. I wouldn't buy this now. I'd wait for lower prices. And if we don't get lower prices, it's fine because we only take the high probability trades, guys. We're uncertain here, so we're not going to FOMO into anything. We're going to rather wait for some key levels. Grab the liquidity below this over here. To come tag the 200-day EMA, which we haven't tagged yet. Maybe even take this liquidity out here. That is the trade we're going to be looking for, guys. We're not going to be FOMOing over here. Bitcoin dominance, still hovering, still in the zone here, still facing resistance. Sellers are stepping in over here. Obviously, nice bullish engulfing candle off the 50-day EMA for Bitcoin dominance, but we're still at resistance here, and we are forming lower highs. Lower high, lower high, lower high. So let's see, guys. I'm still waiting for this this trend line to break down, something like that. And then you guys know 52% is my target. This is where, if we are in for a short bull run, then this is your target. If we're in for a long one, of course, that 42%. These are the targets for the Bitcoin dominance. And yeah, in my opinion, the cycle is not over until we come lower on Bitcoin dominance. It's been like that every time. USDT dominance still getting rejected off the 50% level. My bad. Let me get rid of that. So yeah, this is where we did expect there to be major resistance. Of course, the 50% level from the August high, which was the crypto low, to the all-time highs here in December. This zone here, massive resistance. So we are expecting just rejection, rejection, rejection. If we start to close candles above the 50% level, it's going to be looking quite scary for the crypto market, of course. Very similar to this zone over here when I said if we close a candle above the 200-day EMA, then it is going to be looking quite scary. But we do face a potential golden cross here for USDT dominance, which is a bit scary. It does chop around. It can chop around a bit, but we'd like the last thing that we want to see is a golden cross, something like this, and then just a trend. So it'd obviously be a bear market, but unlikely, guys. You do see how it does chop around these regions over here, up and down. So this could be another one. I think I'm looking for another leg, at least lower, for USDT dominance. Can we just come down to the same place? Of course we can. But at the end of the day, this is looking like a zone of resistance over there, guys. So down sloping resistance. And let's see, if we start to break out, then we can be looking for some sells and some de-risking. But for now, this is all, by all means, resistance, guys. This is resistance over here. So this zone over here, of course, so this is where you'd be looking for those high risk to reward plays. Why? Well, because if we start to close above this level, we can expect the next level to be tagged. So you can be getting a good risk reward in this zone over here. Stops below that wick over there. And then we are targeting the bottom of the range, guys. So crypto at the moment has a risk reward of about 4 to 1, and we like to take that trade. We like to take at least 3 to 1 So a 4-to-1 is a bonus. And with the Fear and Greed Index and a bunch of other indices, it is likely that we do see this being a low for the crypto. It just makes sense, guys. It does make sense. A lot of fear in the markets, a lot of people panicking. But yeah, sit back and relax and enjoy it. Okay, so if we look at total crypto markets, we are still above the line in the sand. The line in the sand being 2.72 trillion. And of course, we get that level from this previous high here, which we created in March. So we got the high here in March over there, and that is the line in the sand. So if we start to close below, it will be looking scary. So again, the risk reward is really good here, guys. There we go, 2.72 trillion. We can even just go below the wick, or in the middle there, something like that. I think below the wick makes the most sense. And we can be targeting the top there. So that's a 3.34 to 1 risk reward on the crypto market right now. And then we are, if we do break out, then we are targeting that over there. So, we can TP1 over there, TP2 over there. And that is a good risk to reward trade for the crypto market, guys. Total 3 struggling. It's now, gaining some acceptance at these levels over here, obviously getting rejected. But it did close, basically on par there. But we would like to see total 3 get above this 200-day EMA and start to reclaim this important level over here. And we've been speaking about this level, of course, $951 billion. This is a very key level for the total 3 to get above. So what we'd want to see as a crypto bull would be maybe a push up, a little bit of grind in the zone over here, and then get above this level over here. And then not do that. We want to see it flip as support. We want to see buyers stepping in over here. And this is where we'll be getting into a lot of long positions. This will be a very favorable market opportunity. And then we will be targeting those higher levels. So for now, the risk reward is good, but there is a lot of risk taking these trades because we don't know where it's going. So the risk reward is good, but there is risk. And if we start to build positions here, the risk reward would be less, but it is less risky. Okay, so there's pros and cons with every trade, and obviously the closer you get to the markets, the higher the probability you are to be wrong. So if we're buying the zone over here, we do face more of a risk that we can come down and get stopped out over there. But if we start to climb above here and then start to build support over here, it's unlikely that we are going to take out these lows, guys. So this will be a more favorable trade. So I've been taking a few trades here and there, nothing major. Slowly, I've been stopped out of a few, of course. I'm in a Bitcoin long from about the 80K region. Fortunately, did not get stopped out yesterday. Did come quite low. But there's no rush for trades at the moment, guys. There's no rush for trades at the moment. I would say that, wait for Bitcoin to get above 94K, wait for total 3 to get above 950 billion, and then we can be looking for longs. For now, it is risky. We do face a lot to the downside, of course, but just remember that when everyone's scared and when everyone is panicking, it's only the best time to buy. And spot is king, guys. Spot is king. But yeah, those are the main charts that I want to go over today. I didn't want to go into the altcoins because they look ugly, right? I don't want to go into this. A lot of maturity needs to come into the space. Bonk losing key levels, meme coins getting smashed, of course. Sui also struggling a bit. We do want to see Sui above that 2.91. Tau struggling a bit, also coming down. This was a potential trade idea. ENS Link also struggling a bit below these key levels, which isn't ideal, guys. It's not ideal. Let's go back to Chainlink over there. Chainlink, decent trading position here, in my opinion. And we are holding up, but we're not getting the bullish divergence yet. Maybe on the lower time frames. But yeah, the market is bleeding. It is struggling. So I was going over the blue chips today, of course. But that covers the majority of the market at the moment. So if you are waiting to establish some positions, you want to see Bitcoin above that 94K over there. We don't want to lose that 86,700. We want to stay above that. It's another 1% below us, or just a bit more. And then total 3, you know, if you do want to start aping into altcoins, then we are going to wait for that $950 billion region. But for now, it's a no trade zone. I'm waiting. I'm sitting on my hands. I'm waiting. I'm in that Bitcoin long, which I'm just going to hold stop loss at break even. So if we do come lower, I've got no risk on the table at all. But guys, thanks for joining the show today. Very short and simple one. Just got to give this market time, but we'll see you guys later this week. Cheers for now.